Hello and welcome to this edition of Shawnee Extra, a news program that provides information about Shawnee High School to the viewing audience of the Lenape Regional High School District. I'm Sean Ether, joined by Nola Kalapacs. Our golf team works throughout the spring, training and competing in a variety of competitions to grow their skill set. Talon Lauriello and Nola Kalapacs got a chance to sit down with members of Shawnee Golf to find out more.
Hello, I'm Nola Kalapacs reporting for Shawnee Extra. Talon Lauriello and I got a chance to speak with Coach Kessler and Chris Warner about Shawnee Golf, a team that allows students to develop their skills and play on a competitive level.
Shawnee Golf team, this is my second year as being the head coach. I really enjoy it. It's a great group of kids. This year we have 14 players on the team. When the kids get to the course, they're working on their putting and their chipping, usually about 15-20 minutes on each of those. Then they go to the driving range, hit for a while to get loose, and then we go out and we play the course.
I think skills that golf builds up, I think confidence is a really big thing. It really helps you move on forward in life and have confidence in yourself. If I was to recommend something for a player that wanted to be on the team, I'd probably tell them to practice. Golf is all about practicing. You've got to practice and practice and practice, and you'll get a lot better. Our
matches, the way that works is 6 players go to a match, and your best 4 scores count.
I think our goals for the season really, I think is to maybe win the league. I think we have a good chance. We're 5-1 so far, and I think we're on a good roll. My greatest accomplishment as a Shawnee golfer is making more friends and becoming a really good player as well. And not on the course, but off the course too. I think I've become all around better.
Golf is a fun activity that builds character in the players. I'd like to thank Coach Kessler and Chris Warner for speaking with us. For Shawnee Extra, I'm Nola Kalapacs. Now back to the studio. Shawnee FCCLA is a program that runs multiple fundraisers and community service projects, including the Shawnee Rack, Smoothie King Sales, and FCCLA Yard Sale. Ian Arena and Sean Eder went out to find out what FCCLA does to benefit students and the Shawnee community.
Hi, I'm Sean Ether reporting for Shawnee Extra. FCCLA is a national nonprofit career and technical organization for students up to grade 12 with a central focus on family. The Shawnee chapter of FCCLA gives Shawnee students a chance to go out and make a difference in their families, careers, and community. Ian Arena and I recently sat down with Mrs. Ware, the Shawnee FCCLA advisor, and Courtney Kaiser, one of the student presidents, to talk about what FCCLA is all about.
FCCLA is Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America. It's the ultimate leadership experience, and it's one of the 7 organizations that are called career technical organizations throughout the country.
It's definitely made me a more organized person, especially becoming a president. I feel like I have more confidence and being able to step out of my comfort zones to establish connections with people and public speaking as well.
We do a lot of community service projects. We also run the Shawnee Rack, where all the money and the proceeds from the rack goes to the Shawnee Pantry. We do community service, we do Operation Smile, distribute food to the needy. There's so many things that we're involved in. FCCLA definitely is a benefit to students. They learn to be leaders and establish, or at least enrich, great character. I'm very proud of all of my students who have been involved in FCCLA, and they've gone and become awesome leaders and actually outstanding leaders in college and their careers.
So I would just like to add that being a part of this club, I've had experiences and opportunities that some other people may not have had, and I feel like I'm very lucky to have those experiences and being able to network with people throughout the country and basically people all over the world. It's one of the best opportunities I've probably ever had.
Shawnee FCCLA meets at least once every month, operates Smoothie King sales in the main office hallway every Thursday, and the Shawnee Rack thrift store is located at classroom D111. For more information about FCCLA or to find out how to join, see Mrs. Ware in room B102. I'd like to thank Mrs. Ware and Courtney for speaking with us today about FCCLA. Now, back to the studio. Running bases, fielding ground balls, and hitting home runs, the Shawnee baseball team has worked hard and had a great season. Grace Hill and Vaughn Paga stopped by to get an inside look at the team.
Hello, I'm Vaughn Paga from Shawnee Extra. Shawnee's baseball team has a reputation for making their school proud by working hard each day. Recently, I got a chance to speak with Coach Anderson and Captain Jake Miller about the team.
Baseball's my favorite sport. I mean, started ever since I was young, with starting up with t-ball and everything, and I've been playing my whole life, and I want to play as long as possible. Pretty much all my friends are on this team. It's my senior year, and I want to make as many memories as possible. I'm having tons of fun, and that's what I love about baseball most.
This year's team, we got 11 seniors on our team. Got a lot of guys who had experience coming back.
I'm a senior leader, I'm a captain of this team. I love the accountability, I love being a captain on this team. I like that these guys look up to me just for work ethic and making good decisions on the team and how to lead the team.
You know, I live in the town and seen a lot of these guys since they were really young, and seeing these guys now mature and be, you know, not only good baseball players, but, you know, mature adults ready to move on to the next stage of life is really fun for me.
Season has gone as well as the expectations were.
We ended up playing a lot of really good teams, but we didn't play as clean as we needed to, and we ended up having a tough start.
Now we're down to the depths of our senior season. All these seniors are going to remember this for the rest of our lives, so we're just trying to make the best out of it.
And I think over the years I found a lot of guys who all of a sudden might not have been the fastest, strongest, but have been the most persistent. And they've won the guys who stuck it out and have done all the little things, put the time in, and you see how persistence not only pays off in baseball, but in all things.
My 4 years have been very, very memorable. Best memory was probably my freshman year, pitching in the South Jersey final.
Sometimes baseball gets the knock of you don't have to be as athletic to play, and that's certainly not what we're looking for. I think we're always looking for the guys who are versatile, can steal bases, can turn singles into doubles or triples.
Baseball is a sport where you always have to put work in, and it never stops. You're going to have bad games where you're going to go 0 for 4. Sometimes you're going to get hit around pitching. It's a process, and you have to keep going with it. Baseball's a funny sport. You just got to keep a work ethic up.
The Shawnee baseball team works and trains hard each day to be the best that they can be. I'd like to thank Coach Anderson and Jake Miller for speaking with us. For Shawnee Extra, I'm Vaughn Paga. Now back to the studio.
Shawnee High School boys tennis, led by Captain Erik, who captured his 100th career win, recently became the Group 4 state champions for the 5th consecutive year. Led by head coach Jim Baker, Shawnee boys tennis is soaring to unprecedented heights. Benjamin Levins and Patrick Konopka got a chance to speak with Coach Baker and one of his players.
Hello, I'm Patrick Konopka, reporting in for Shawnee Extra. Boys tennis is a great activity for those who have great hand-to-eye coordination and play competitively. Ben Levins and I had the opportunity to interview Mr. Baker, the tennis coach, and one of his players. Here's what they had to say.
Well, Shawnee boys tennis has been here for as long as the school's been here. And I've just been fortunate to be the head coach of the last 12 years. I've been associated with it since, I guess, 1992, but as head coach only since 2005. So it's a lot of long tradition, and these young men are continuing that tradition.
So I've been playing tennis since about 6th grade, and I really started getting competitive in tennis around 8th grade, and I started training for the Shawnee team. What really made me start playing tennis was like the energy and enthusiasm that goes into the sport, and it's not like you can blame your mistakes on anyone else. I mean, it's just you and the other person you're playing against.
Like any other sport, you know, you sign up, you come out, and you try out. And, you know, there's a lot of kids who are involved in activities at this school, and tennis is one of them. And they're more than welcome to sign up. Usually we do sign-ups in the winter sports season.
Our matches can get extremely competitive, especially when we're playing sister schools. And it can get especially intense when we go to a 3rd set, and that's when you really start getting intense and nervous, and you got to kick in.
Very competitive, you know, not only against the Lenape Regional School District schools, but all of the Olympic Conference.
It's a big family, you know, we always cheer each other on, motivate each other during the matches. What made me want to join Shawnee Tennis the most was just the pure enthusiasm that all the players have. And tennis is just itself is a very fun sport. It's just a great atmosphere to play in.
As you can see, boys tennis is a great activity for those who want to make new friends and improve their skills by playing against others. I would like to thank Mr. Baker and Jacob for speaking with us. For Shawnee Extra, I'm Patrick Konopka, and back to the studio.
Spring Stage is a student-run musical dedicated to putting on a great show. Galen Ekimov and Scott Hoover stopped by to get a closer look behind the curtain.
Hi, I'm Galen Ekimov reporting from Shawnee Extra. Spring Stage is a newer program at Shawnee that allows students to take control of their show. Not only do students perform on stage, but they also direct the musical. We had a chance to speak with Megan Ellis, the Spring Stage director, and Kylie Taylor, a member of the cast.
Spring Stage is Shawnee's spring musical production. It's completely run by students. So we have students directing it, students producing it, students choreographing it. The only thing that we have with the teachers is we have teacher advisors just to make sure that we're doing okay, but it's completely student run, so it's a challenge, but it's also very rewarding.
I love that it's student run because it gives a chance for students to develop like skills that they're going to use in their future. So people that want to go on and do directing and such, they have a chance to experience that.
A lot of responsibility falls on you on the organizational part, so you have to organize rehearsals, figure out when you're going to do what. You have to figure out how you're going to fundraise money so you can purchase things like sets, technology, costumes, stuff like that.
It brings more of like a homey type, like I can't explain it. It's like a more like comfortable feel because everyone there is extremely dedicated and they really love what they're doing. So it really shows the amount of work that everyone puts into these kinds of things because people that know Spring Stage know that it's student run, and when they see it, it looks like a teacher run show.
I definitely see Spring Stage continuing next year. I think that we have a lot of talented people who are not just seniors. We have a lot of talented juniors, sophomores, freshmen, and more people coming up from 8th grade who are going to be in this show and are going to be working on the show. I definitely see it moving in a positive direction in terms of fundraising, in terms of picking a great show to do, and in terms of executing that show.
Spring Stage allows students to explore different aspects of theater. I'd like to thank Megan Ellis and Kylie Taylor for speaking with us. For Shawnee Extra, I'm Galen Ekimov. Now back to the studio.
Renegades is a school favorite activity that brings students outside to battle it out in different challenges and have a good time. Anthony Zizzamia and Jordan Bray got the chance to speak with Mrs. Franks and Dana Goldstein.
Hello, I'm Anthony Zizzamia reporting for Shawnee Extra. Renegades is a yearly activity where students and teachers gather at the turf field to see students from each grade compete in activities requiring teamwork.
Renegades is next Friday at Shawnee, and it is a field day where students can compete in relay competitions for their class, and then it also has an open campus part where they're allowed to roam around the school and participate in different activities. Renegades first started in 2010.
Best Renegades memory was probably last year in tug of war. Like, all the girls and guys do it together. And we were pulling and we were against the seniors and we got ripped out of our shoes and all of us fell on each other and we were just laying on the floor. It's really fun to help lead your class and get everyone ready to go.
Renegades was first started because our school and our district embraced school spirit, and I think we wanted to give students an opportunity to have a spirit day during school. We have a lot of school spirit events after school, so it's a nice day to take pride in your class and in your school.
This year I'm in tug of war, dizzy bat, and three-legged race.
Renegades hasn't changed too much over the years. Some of the stations have evolved. We've gotten Mr. Softy over the years, so the food changes a little bit every year, and some of the stations change, but the concept of starting in the stadium with the relay races and then
This year, the lacrosse team has battled many rainy days and long nights to bring their team far. From working out in the weight room to wet, slippery fields, these boys have pushed through an intense season. Fabiana Ferriolo and Matt DiDonato got a chance to see just how these boys work.
Hi, this is Matt DiDonato reporting for Shawnee Extra. The boys lacrosse team works hard during long practices to win against other schools using their dedicated Shawnee spirit. Fabiana Ferriolo and I had the chance to interview Coach Erik Stilley, Max Pukenas, and Mike Githens. Now here's what goes on in Shawnee Boys Lax.
Actually, at the moment, one of our former coaches, Coach Kevin Toohey, unfortunately passed away. He was battling cancer, and he is the Miracle Foundation that we're working with, and we're actually starting next year. We'll be having we'll be having efforts to raise money for them, using our games, doing different things outside the school with the boys.
For anyone who's thinking about joining lacrosse, I would say you might as well just give it a shot, because you don't want to live your life with any regrets. And if you don't try out or come out and then later on you're like, I wish I played, you don't really want to go through that. So if you're thinking about it, just come out and do it.
Definitely the brotherhood and connection that we all share. Everybody loves each other in the locker room and wants to go out and work hard with everybody. And just play to win for each other.
We go and we help out the local programs, so the Metro Warriors and the Black Storm. We go help them out and teach the young guys how to play lacrosse. And we also help out the community. But we kind of honor them in one night of our game, and then they kind of come out and watch our games, so that's kind of cool too.
Yeah, I'm always proud of my my players and the students. They're great kids. I have a lot of fun. I coach. It's my full-time job is coaching. I learn as much as I think I teach them. I learn from them, so I really do enjoy myself every day going out in that field. I'm very proud of the effort they always put forward and bring out every single day.
The boys lacrosse team has had a great season and formed many friendships. Fabiana and I would like to thank Coach Erik Stilley, Max Pukenas, and Mike Githens for letting us interview them. This is Matt DiDonato reporting back to the news desk.
Day in and day out, the Shawnee girls spring track team works hard to win meets and make a name for themselves in the running world. Hannah Brown and Blair Brinster spoke with Coach Welsh and Captain Kara Bonner to get an inside look at this team.
Hello, I'm Hannah Brown reporting for Shawnee Extra. With the jumping of hurdles and the sprinting of meters, the Shawnee girls track team strives for success every day during the spring season. Blair Brinster and I had the opportunity to speak with Coach Welsh and Captain Kara Bonner to learn more about what it means to be a part of this competitive team.
You have to be willing to put the hours in. The girls that I have that work hard, you see it in their results. The spring track involves distance. We have 3 events that we run for distance, the half mile, mile, and 2 mile. We have sprints, which would include the 100, 200, and 400 meters. There's also the mile relay, which is a 4x400 meter relay. And we also have hurdles. Then there's throwing events and also field events. And there's 3 throws. There's javelin, disc, and shot put. And then we have our jumping events. We have our long jump, triple jump, high jump, and pole vault as well. So I'm the head coach. I also coach sprints and hurdles this year, but overall I'm making sure that we have the right people in the right position to get points for the team, checking on everyone's health, make sure they're healthy, they're meeting with the trainer if need be, they're getting physical therapy if it's to that extent, on everyone's well-being on a daily basis.
On the team, I'm a captain, so I lead the warm-ups and get the girls ready for races. In track, I'll run anything from the 400, which is 1 lap, up to the 2 mile, which is 8 laps. Track teaches you how to prepare in advance for something, and it also teaches you how to persevere when things get tough.
It's really important that everyone works as a team. You are competing as an individual. If you're just out there by yourself, it's very difficult to be successful. You have to have your team surrounding you.
With their impressive speed and athletic abilities, there is nothing that would be able to stop the Shawnee girls track team from achieving more success. We would like to thank Coach Welsh and Captain Kara Bonner for speaking with us. For Shawnee Extra, I'm Hannah Brown. Now back to the studio.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of Shawnee Extra. Be sure to join us next time for updates on everything Shawnee High School. From all of us here at Shawnee TV, see you next time.